Hi, Hillside. Cole and I have this little book called the Marriage Journal that we go through every Monday. And it's this book that my best friend and her husband did their first year of marriage, and they enjoyed it and sent it to us. And it just has like a really short little devotionally thing, and then you kind of sync up your calendar for the week, and then like 5 questions, just simple questions that are kind of check-in questions and just help you um, to facilitate communication and learn, communication in marriage. And so this week, one of the topic of the little devotional was about serving, and it used one of the verses that I used a couple weeks ago in my message, which was Galatians 5:13-14. For you were called to freedom, brothers, only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love serve one another. For the whole law is filled in one word: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. And one of the other verses that I had used was 1 Peter 4:10. As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. So there's, these are just 2 examples of this call all over Scripture to serve each other. And then one of the questions that it asks every week is, what's one thing that I can do for you this week? And I laugh. We're not always very good at this question because both of us are just like, I don't know, you do so much for me, maybe that's because we're still, early enough on that we don't necessarily ask each other for those things well, but when we do have things, it's funny because it shows our personality so much. Mine are always very practical, task oriented. Could you do this thing, this physical thing, or make this phone call or whatever, get this done so that it's not on my list. I don't have to worry about it. And his are more, less task oriented and more like, you could encourage me in this, or something like that, like supporting me in this, and which are all great. But then when we were answering that this week, I thought, it's funny or I said, you should be off the hook for this week because you helping me on Friday with the French fry thing which we did. If you don't know, we went with the youth and went all over town and got French fries from all the fast food places and rated them. And, I'm partway into it with a couple of the girls, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to get through all these places. I text him, like, in one of the drive-thrus, and he's like, what do you need me to do? And I sent him a picture of, like, my mapped out route. I was like, if you could start at this place and, like, hit these ones, like, and so him doing that, was, like, really, for me in the moment, was a really big deal, even though it's, go buy some French fries. And so when I said that, he's like, I don't feel like I did that much. And then I thought, it's funny because you feel like for you, like you didn't do that much. But for me, in the moment, circumstantially, it was huge because I was stressed out about it. And then vice versa. He will thank me, all the time for these little things. Like, thank you for going to the store. Like, thank you for all these things that I just feel like are normal things. Like, well, I would do that anyway. Or, do laundry. Like, of course, I need to wash this, so I wash. Just like he thanks me for these little things. And I always think, like, I hardly did anything, or I would do that anyway. It's nothing. But to him, those things mean a lot. And so I thought about that, in not just with each other, how that works, but also just outward to everybody. When I'm, anyone in my life or anyone I come into contact with, there are things that you can do for people that require hardly anything of you sometimes. They're like seem very simple to you or easy, but to them could be really huge. So why aren't we doing those things more? Why don't we do these things? So just, don't say no. Like, even if it's simple to you, like it could make a huge difference to them. So look for those ways to serve people that really could speak volumes, that it's not that hard for you to do. So just do it. So I wanted to encourage you to that today. So go out, serve somebody, love somebody, and I will see you later.